Hello everyone, my name is Brian Ravencraft with Holbrook Manter, and I'm principal in our tax compliance and advisory group. Today we'll be talking about conducting a waste audit. Here's our agenda for today. First, we'll talk about why the waste audit is important. Then we'll talk about the 8 most prevalent waste in an organization models developed by Toyota. Then we'll look at a waste audit tool that'll help us focus our efforts on waste reduction. And then we'll walk through a waste reduction process. And finally, we'll sum it all up and let you know what to look forward in the next series. Every business wants to grow, but if I'm an owner and want to create more growth and more work for myself, I would like to put more money in my pocket as a result of my efforts. If your net profit margin is 10% and you want to put an extra $100,000 in your pocket this year, you have 2 choices. Either you sell $1 million more in work, or you figure out where the inefficiencies are in your business and find $100,000 of cost savings. Most businesses focus on selling, which is important, but it's also important and sometimes much easier and more effective to eliminate waste and increase profitability. So therefore, it's important to fully understand exactly what the waste is and where it can be found. So Toyota came up with 8 most prevalent wastes in an organization for their production system. These wastes are applicable to almost any business, and the acronym to remember is downtime. D is for defects, and this is when we do not meet customer expectations. O is for overproduction, when we make more product than we can sell, or in a service business spending 80% of your time serving clients that provide only really 20% of your profits. W is for waiting, is time wasted because of bottlenecks. N is for unused talent. When you have talented and smart people on your team but are not willing to listen to their ideas, you're not properly utilizing their talents. And then T is for transportation. It's wasting resources when moving products, like paying for overnight air when economy air would have just sufficed. Inventory. In the world of CPAs, and we're auditing inventory, we are looking at E&O reserve for excess and obsolescence. This is why you have to have too much. This is when you have too much inventory and can't sell it, or it spoils and becomes obsolete. M is for motion, and it's wasted effort for unnecessary movement. And then E is for extra processing, and it's waste for more work than is required. An example would be poor use of or inefficiencies of IT. Here's what a waste audit tool looks like. Downtime, acronym in bold on the left. Of the 8 main waste areas, you will list 3 specific wastes that you have in your business. In the second column, you will estimate how much money that waste will cost you per year. If you do not know, take your best guess. It doesn't need to be exact. The rest of the columns are important because it represents the ease of removal or the ease of fixing that waste on a scale from -5 to +5. With -5 representing there's no way we're ever going to fix this issue, and a +5 is a quick, easy win. This tool helps us with the old Pareto principle known as a 80-20 rule. We want to focus on getting the best bang for our buck, or in other words, what is the easiest thing we can do that will save us the most time and amount of money. We are not going to fix all these problems, but to pick the most impactful items and cut the $1 million in waste in this example to about $600,000 or $700,000 in the first year. Honestly, the first time your company goes through this exercise, I'd pick one that's easy to fix, even if it's not the highest dollar effect, because you want your team to have a quick win to gain confidence that you can do this. I highlighted the items in the example that represent the best combination of cost savings and ease of doing. Here's what a complete waste production process looks like. We've talked through the first 2 items, which are conducting the waste audit and prioritizing where you're going to focus first. The third action of the process is teams. That is selecting a small team of individuals that want to help with the item we have chosen to fix. Get people's input of where they're interested in helping. If they're not interested, or if they do not have the skill set to help on a given topic, they're probably not going to be much help. We suggest using about an 8-week team cycle. Then, prior to setting your teams off to work on the project, you have to determine what the performance indicators are, or KPIs. How much are you going to measure success on this project? From our Waste audit tool from our previous slide, one of the biggest wastes was $160,000 spent on subcontracting. So does this success mean that the amount goes to zero next year, or does it need to go to $100,000 next year? KPIs should be specific and measurable and time-bound. Once the 8-week timetable is complete, then you do it all over again. To summarize, one of the most efficient and effective ways to increase profit is to eliminate waste, which starts by conducting a waste audit. Remember the 8 prominent ways from our downtime acronym. We will utilize the waste audit tool and the ratio principles to narrow down our areas of focus, and then we'll conduct the waste reduction process. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me here at Holbrook Manter. I'd love to help. Stay tuned for several other upcoming presentations in the coming weeks on various topics that can improve your business. Thanks for listening.